Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn show, man. Today is it's still August the 13th right now, but the show will be for August the 14th. I've been in MIA for a while, man. I apologize first and foremost. It wasn't expected. Technical difficulties. I always talk about life in general, having a kid, prioritizing, not sports betting content. Sports betting content is a priority, but not top of the food chain, man, as you guys probably know. So yeah, let's just jump right back into it, man. Two games on the board for tomorrow. Let's jump right into them, man. Let's see if we can find some ways to make some money. I think I have. Let's jump into it. So we'll skip one Jackson. The link is in the description as it always is. We're gonna get straight into Dallas and Indiana, which is the first game we have on the board for tomorrow. I'm hopeful that you guys have been doing well, man. I hope you guys have been made some money. I really haven't been betting as much. Man, what did I bet? I don't think I really just haven't been betting a lot. I bet Sabrina threes tonight against the Sparks. Um, she shot the ball terribly. I think 1 for 6 from the three, over 2.5 was a loser. I bet Paige assist yesterday. That was a winner. And Gabby Williams rebounds, which she got to three. It was at 2.5, and they were down two bigs. Dokia Stokes and no Janelle Salam. So she did get to three. I had took in a ladder spot, so about break even. But we made some money with Paige. I made some money yesterday with Paige. Not so much with Sabrina today. She got hurt, all the stuff, man. But let's jump into it. So two games, get through them pretty quickly. First one up is Dallas and Indiana. So line in this one is at 7. There's some 7.5s already out there as well. Total sitting at 187. And significant injury report here for Dallas. And I think I was like, why is it Indiana laying so many points? It's because all the Dallas players are already confirmed out. No Azurá James, she's out. No Jessica Shepard, she continues to be out. And AZ Fudd is also listed as out. Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark are both listed as probable. So on the Dallas side of things, not the greatest spot for Dallas. I don't like Dallas in this spot. I think Indiana could potentially run away with this game, man. Dallas is playing off one day's rest, more travel. I've been talking about this for a while. Even when I was doing the show, the time that I won't do the show is the same thing. They have not played in the same arena twice in their last 10 games. It goes on far beyond the last 10 games. They've had to travel every single game since the All-Star break. They've also only covered just once in their last 10 games and are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 games, with all 4 of those games going over the total. So when teams aren't covering, right? I mean, this is not rocket science, but when teams aren't covering and their games are going over, then let's just let you know they're not playing any defense. And now they get probably the best offense, arguably the best offensive team in the WNBA in the Indiana Fever team, just playing on fire right now. Just like their heads are on fire, man. Indiana is scoring the basketball at a rate that is absolutely insane. I was looking at them as home favorites. They're like winning by like about 9 points per game now. I think 8-8 ATS and averaging like 99 points per game, which is why this total is so high. We just saw Dallas struggle. They didn't even cover that game, against the Toronto Temple, gave up 88 points just a day ago. So it's not the greatest spot. Tons of travel, down a bunch of players. Indy coming off one day of rest as well, but they blew the New York Liberty out in their last game. Didn't have to travel at all. Second straight home game. They've won 7 of their last 9. One extra day off after this game as well compared to Dallas. And also they're 7-4 to the over in their last 10 games. Indy is playing so fast right now. Yeah, Dallas did. You got a revenge spot. Dallas won the first game as well. They were getting 6.5 points in Indy as well. The game flew over the total, was at 178.5. I just don't know if Dallas is going to have enough offense to keep up in this spot. Now, you'll have Elena Smith, which I want to talk about a little bit more in just a second, but you'll have Elena Smith in for this one. And I think that'll be helpful. But yeah, you're just missing. And I know you still got, some point guard play, some backup point guard play. Initially, my first thought in this game was, like, I do think Indiana can win. I do think they can blow this Dallas team out. Dallas has not been good as road dogs. I think just 3 and 5 ATS in those spots. So they don't really cover. Like, Dallas is one of those teams where, like, if they can beat you, they typically just beat you again. And if they can't beat you, they just don't beat you. We saw that against Washington. We saw that against Minnesota. Like there's some teams that they just can't beat, and they in revenge spots they just been terrible as well. And they're not in the revenge spot because they did beat Indiana, but they were much. That was a long time ago, and then the offense was not this good. So initially, my first thought was looking at Paige, just taking Paige over her 21 and a half points, and it's not really based on the matchup. But matter of fact, let's see if I can get it pulled up real quick. It's actually kind of based on oh yeah, dang, that was pretty quick. All right, so let's go here. And it's really kind of based on um it's really kind of just based on her opportunity. I think she'll get a lot of love here and a lot of looks here. Just because the minutes, right? If we go down, this is outlier, of course, linked in the description. If we go down and look at outlier, we can see that Alana Smith in her last 10 games is only over this 11 and a half, number two over last 10. But if we come down here and look at the minutes without Jessica Shepard, 32, 27, 26, 33. And she's either been on the hook. You can see these two games where she's had back-to-back games against 11. And we do got to say that Golden State and Minnesota, two of the better defenses in the WNBA, especially when both of them are locked in. And then 21 against Washington and 13 against Toronto in that last game. So if the minutes are up, then Alana Smith is up. And I think that she gets up for this game. Also, it's a really good matchup for her. We know that the Indiana Fever, they take away stuff from the outside. They don't allow you to shoot a bunch of threes. So Rike could struggle in this spot, but potentially Paige maybe not great from the three-point line. But it should be a spot for Alana Smith, in my opinion, to get busy down there against Leah Boston and company. So yeah, that's what I like. Minutes should be there without Jessica Shepard. Over 11 and a half points. I do think it potentially gets bumped to 12 and a half by tomorrow. It's already minus 120, but I think she has probably the best matchup, better than Paige. But I just think Paige going to probably get there. Just like I said, not based on volume, but just based on AZ not being there, no James not being there, no just Shepard not being there. The tempo will be fast. We know that Indy plays at the fastest pace in the WNBA, so there should be tons of possessions. So that's what I was thinking. On the opposite side, I will be looking at Aaliyah Boston, probably if I'm betting on any player props on the other side, just because Aaliyah Boston is in a pretty good matchup as well. She gets a really soft defense. Honestly, I kind of feel like the defense might be better with Alana Smith playing. Alana Smith comes from, at least she comes from the Minnesota Lynx tree, where they do play defense a little bit. But yeah, in this Dallas defense, especially on the interior, has been really, really soft all season. So Aaliyah Boston she's been kind of up and down over her last few games, but you can see she's over in two of her last three. And really, it's just matchup dependent. It's not really looking through these screens and all that good stuff. You can see that at the bottom here, she is shooting 58% over her last 10 games, which is good. 44% from three, which is good. So yeah, I kind of like this matchup for Aaliyah Boston. The earlier matchup they played, she did go for 23 in that game as well. So looking at Aaliyah Boston, if I like anything in that one from a player prop perspective. All right, so going back here, let's see, I got a new MacBook, and clearly I'm still learning how to use it. It's a lot of things different than the old one, but it's cool. All right, so now going back here, let's go to the second game, Portland and Seattle. So we let me just myself in here. Let's see. All right, cool. So then we got Portland, Seattle. Portland getting 2.5 points as road dogs here. Seattle laying 2.5, total sitting right at 181 in this game. Injury report is significant because Carla Late is listed as questionable. She did not play in that last game against who did Portland? Oh, Minnesota the other night. And they still covered that game. Carly Lou Samuelson is also not on the report on the Seattle side of things. And Flage will miss, I think it's her second straight game she's not going to be a part of. On the Portland side of things, first road game for them after 5 straight home games. So that's the spot I'm typically looking to fade, maybe even early. And they have covered in 3 straight games. They won 2 of their last 3 as well. And they have a 1-day rest disadvantage here in this spot, plus travel, whereas Seattle don't have to travel at all. On the Seattle side of things, they finally got a win. I think they were on a 10 or 11 game losing streak. Don't quote me, but one of those, they were absolutely getting throttled. But they beat Chicago in a game that Chicago probably was supposed to win, especially without Flage. But second straight home game for them. 2 days off in between. they showed some, some semblance of life in that game. I kind of think these sorry teams get blowout on the road as the season comes to an end, but they do fight hard, at home. We've kind of seen this. We've seen this at least early in games, and I mean, if Seattle comes to play, uh, and they take this game serious, which I do think they kind of do. I would like them more if they were coming off a loss, but I think Seattle's the right side in this game, man. I kind of think, for one, it's a triple revenge spot. Like Portland has not been good this season, but they've been leaps and shoulders better than the Seattle team. Um, they beat them all three times, so you got a triple revenge spot here. Twice as dogs did Portland win, and then once as a 4.5 point home favorite as well. That was the first thing that kind of stuck out to me. I always hear, like, you hear teams and, like, whether it's players or coaches, say things like, like it's hard to beat a team 4 times. And that's what I think about. I know Seattle is not great, and it's probably kind of easy to beat them 4 times because they will cover, but they will not win the game. And for them to cover this one, they do have to win the game. You can wait on Carla late if you want. I think she definitely moves the needle for me, especially with Portland on the road. But I think Seattle is just the right side in this game. So if I'm betting it, that's the only way that I'm looking at it. Didn't really think too much from a player prop perspective, but it should be a Dom Malunga game. Portland is super soft in the middle. Uh, you know, Malunga is still developing, but she's been absolutely getting busy. Portland's playing a lot of games to the over, and Seattle not the greatest defensive team either. So I also had a system, just the rest advantage system before and after the game. 67% on Seattle as well. 67% all time. That system is also 7-2 ATS this season as well. So yeah, I think I'd be looking at Seattle, man. I know it sucks and it's not the sexiest play in the world, but I think Seattle is the right play for tomorrow in that game. Haven't bet it yet. Potentially may wait on the Carla Lake news. We'll see though. So hit the like if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not, and let's jump into a little quick recap and then we'll get off of here. So these are all plays from, man, I don't think I did a show since like the 9th. That's crazy. But yeah, if I'm playing tomorrow, I do think it's Indy. Not that I know it looks super easy, but I think you can get 6.5 maybe. But I think this line actually probably continues to move, honestly, to pass +7. Honestly, just don't like the spot for Dallas, but I do like the spot for Alana Smith over her 11.5 points. The reason why I didn't include rebounds or assists is because she did have 4 assists in her last game, but Indy is such a good rebounding team. They're above average rebounding team. So I don't really want her boards, even though she can go down there and box out and grab some boards for sure. So I'll just look at her points specifically. I consider her points and assists, but that number just hadn't dropped yet. So 11.5 points, Indy minus the 7. Don't really want to play the total. And then Aaliyah Boston, I think, in that same game, but more than Aaliyah Boston, Seattle minus 2.5 in the triple revenge spot for tomorrow against this Portland team. But again, I wouldn't play that until Carla Lake is rolled in, man. So those are my quick thoughts. We'll be back this weekend. We should be getting back to regularly scheduled programming now that the technical difficulties are, kind of over with, man. So resources, they're all listed in the description. Make sure you guys check these out. Jackson Outlier, Moneyball, and OddsJam. I will catch you guys in the next one, man. Hit the like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. Peace.